What's up?
What's up guys, welcome to another video. So in this video we're going to be breaking down RoboCop. So just from the get-go, looking at all his strings, he is a very lackluster character. Now I think his third variation has the most potential, but honestly his first and second variation, they don't really have much to them, but I'll get into that as we go through the video. So I'm going to start off by going over his strings, which are very lackluster. And then I'm going to go over like his special moves that he has in each variation and why I think the third one is probably the best variation. Alright, so first I want to cover his single hit moves that are actually good. So his sweep is his back 4. That's actually pretty freaking good. It's pretty far and has like a double low, so that's good. Then his back 2, you see this is his combo launcher. Now it's a high, so it's really only good to do like in combos, or if the opponent does something that's like more than -16, then you can use it. But aside from that, I wouldn't really use it in neutral because as you can see, it is a high attack. And if you just throw it out there, it has a pretty long recovery of 25 frames, so you're going to get punished for it. Now his stand 4 is actually really amazing. It's his only legitimate plus frames he gets. Because he hits you with it, I mean it is a high, but I mean it's fine, it's +6. So they actually have to respect you after this. And actually in some other variations that he has a shield cancel, he can make himself more plus, and then you really have to respect it. So this is actually a really good move, and honestly, his only good one in my opinion. Because let's talk about the rest of his strings. Okay, he has his 1-2-1, that's his auto shimmy. That's great. Oh, but it's -8. So he has a -8 auto shimmy. I mean, it's not so bad by itself, right? I mean, Cassie has a -8 auto shimmy. But Cassie has ways to make it safe and have mix-ups. RoboCop, well at least in the first variation he doesn't. In other variations he actually has some stuff to make it kinda safe. But anyway, let's move on. So he has his 1-2-3. Now his 1-2-3 is a variation of that string and it's -7, so it's relatively safe. Only problem is the last hit has a flawless block gap in it. So it may be safe if they block it, it's not actually a safe thing, so that's pretty bad. Now this string is pretty decent. It's his mid, it's 12 frame mid, it's not too bad. Back 1-2, so he can decide where the rocket goes. He can make it go like right in his face, make it go a little bit further. Because the second part is a projectile, but again, it does have a flawless block gap in it. So it's not the best thing in the world, but it is decent. Alright, then he has his 2-2-3. Kind of pointless move, it's -8. But at this spacing, not too many characters can punish him at -8, but it's still not too good. He can stagger it here, it's -5. The string's kind of whatever, it's not that good. Then he has his back 3-2. I mean, this is decent, there's no gap in it. It's -5 on block, it's kind of whatever. I mean, it's not really an Abare situation or anything. You're right in their face, there's no mix-up. But the startup is 17 frames. That's pretty freaking slow to be honest. Good luck getting that move out in neutral because 17 frames is a long freaking time. Alright, then he has his forward 3. His forward 3 is actually pretty decent. It is a 10 frame mid and you can stagger it. You know, it's forward 3-2, that is safe. So I mean, that is a decent like hit confirmable thing. If RoboCop actually had any combos, he could hit confirm too. But yeah, it's okay. But the thing is, if you block it again, there's no mix up. You're right in their face. You stagger this, you're -5. You stagger this, you're -6. Pretty bad. If you do forward 3-2-2, you're actually -10, so you're punishable. And then if you decide to finish the whole string, then you're actually really punishable because all those hits are highs. So all they have to do is duck low and then they can punish you. So just the mid part is good to check the opponent as a meaty, but that's about it. Alright, so let's talk about the next one. This is his 4-3-2, that's his launcher. Now it seems good, right? Okay, it's a -5 safe launcher. Now forget the fact that it starts up in 18 frames, that's extremely slow. But anyway, it's a safe launcher, seems good. No gap in it. Okay, I want to make sure there's no gap just to make sure. Yeah, there's no gap. The main issue with this string though is that the last hit can be ducked. So let me just show you. We have him do it, turn off block real quick. I mean, it's the only way to really show it. You see, you can totally duck under the last hit. So all you have to do is just block the forward 4 and just honestly just duck, and you can just duck and press poke or whatever because it's your turn. It's pretty nasty to be honest with you, so it's only good as a punish. So yeah, it's maybe good as a punish, but like it starts up at 18 frames It doesn't even go all that far. Like, it looks like it would go far, but I'm over here and it barely hits. So I did forget to mention this string is 4212. I mean, it's decent. It has a crushing blow as a punish. I mean, that's alright, that's whatever. But the thing is, as you can see, the last hit has a flawless block gap in it, so it's not safe to just throw out. So you're just going to be wanting to stagger this move. Again, -5 right in your face. Not much, you completely lose your turn, no Abare Situation, nothing like that. And that's the thing with RoboCop, this character is extremely stubby. The only good advancing mid he has is like his forward 2, his forward 4, I mean it's kind of decent, but then again it's so freaking slow. I mean he has a 10 frame mid, but it's again really stubby. He has nothing that has good range, to be honest with you. And then even if he hits you, this guy basically has no damage. This is like his best combo, honestly. Let me turn off block for a second. All he gets off this is like the best he can do, like mid-screen. In this variation, he has a little bit better of combos because he is able to combo into his command grab. So yeah, he has his little combos, but they do like no damage. And for someone that's so stubby to get in and to do so little damage, it doesn't really make much sense. So RoboCop's base moves are honestly pretty crap and pretty useless in my opinion. So he needs his special moves and variation specific stuff to really spice him up to make him actually good. Okay, so let's get into his first variation. Okay, so his first special move, Active Patrol. It's a walking forward projectile, which he can cancel. So you would think, well, maybe he has some kind of mix-up with this. Well, yeah, the projectile is a high attack. So he does any string, and you see him go into his projectile, you can immediately just press a down poke. Since he walks forward, it's not going to gel to anything. It's always a high. And if he cancels it, what are you scared of? What are you scared of? A high attack when you can just crouch and punish it? So this cancel is pretty bad. He also has a projectile which he walks back, and you can actually hold it, cancel it, hold it back and shoot, whatever. Now that's pretty good for retreating, because in order for the opponent to try to chase RoboCop, he does have to dash forward or whatever, so you are vulnerable to getting hit by that. So it is kind of decent. You might be able to get some space backwards, but again, you don't really want to go backwards in a fighting game unless you're a zoner, and this variation is not a zoner. So that doesn't really help him all that much. Then he has the Cobra Assault Cannon, but that's just basically a standard move. It's not really variation specific. I mean, this one's really good. I mean, if you get it to hit, like if you enhance it, the next 2 hits are mid, so it's actually pretty legitimate. It's a very good projectile. It does like a lot of freaking damage. Yeah, it does 155 on hit, so that's actually really good. But again, the first hit's a high. You can just duck the high, then block the rest of it. So I mean, it's alright, it's good, but that by itself doesn't really make him a zoner. And honestly, looking at this, it has a startup frame of 30, so if you try to use it in the middle of the string, you can react to it. I mean, it looks kind of weird to react to, but honestly, 30 frames, most people can react to 30 frames if they're looking for it. So it's really not good to do in strings either, because again, the first hit's a high, so you still can be punished for it. Maybe just by a down poke or something, but still you get punished for it, so it's not really safe to do. Now this one that's good, he has this command grab. Now this one's a really good command grab. It is a mid command grab, so just to show you, we have the opponent duck, not block, and they still get hit. So this is really strong, and what's also cool, if you enhance this, you're actually able to walk the opponent to the corner, which is pretty decent, and you get a little bit of bonus damage too, so that's pretty cool. But aside from that, it's not all that special, and it's kind of standard like most mid command grabs. You know, you can take off like a down poke, probably off a down 3 as well. But that's about it. You can't do standing 1 into it, standing 2. I don't think any other normal actually ticks into it. Yeah, I just did a quick test, so nothing else ticks into it. So it's just his low pokes, which I mean, that's decent, it's whatever, but it's not really gonna save this variation. Then he has his shoulder cannon. Now this one's actually decent. Now the basic projectile, it's alright, nothing special. But the EX version, that's what's actually good in this variation. He can do the enhanced version, and if you're in it when it hits, he can actually get a full combo. Now again, he gets like no damage, but at least he gets a full combo, and he can probably do some setups in this variation. And that's really the only redeeming quality of this variation, is just this special move on enhanced. Maybe you get some setups where they're forced to block. But what are they forced to block though? All your strings are minus, all your special moves in this variation suck. All you get is a command grab, and it only gets a crushing blow. I think it was on a reversal roll if I'm not mistaken. Crushing blow, its attack is a counter or punish on a roll. Yeah, so only if they roll on wake up. But aside from that, you're not going to get a crushing blow with this. You can try to get this crushing blow as a punish. That's good. However, the last hit is flawless blockable, so again, it's unsafe. So all his strings suck. So like I said before, he needs something in his variations to make him good. And his first variation is complete booty. I'm calling it. It's useless trash. No one's going to use it. It's the bad variation that he has. So let's move on to his second one. Alright, so for his second variation, I think his second variation is much better than the first one. Still not his best variation, but at least it has a purpose. So this variation is a zoner. So it has the low shot. This low shot is kind of like Cassie's low shot in Digital Soldier. He ducks, right? So the projectile's a mid, but he can duck under any high projectile. So if the opponent throws a high projectile, he can use this, duck under it, and get a punish. So that is pretty decent. Now, unfortunately, they take away his big gun from the first variation, and they gave him this instead. Now, this is still good. This rocket is very fast. He can amplify it to go faster, do more damage, or he can amplify it to, like, keep it, like, close. Hold on if I'm doing it right. There we go. Yeah, keep it close like that. Just kind of delay the timing. I mean, it is a high. You can duck under it. But if you're doing, like, a projectile trade, you're going to win because this does 90 damage. So it's a pretty good projectile. And what's nice about this variation, instead of getting the garbage walking forward, walking back shot, he actually has this high shot that can actually be used in like anti-air combos, and like combos from this, he actually has like legit, like decent-ish combos. Like in the corner, he actually gets somewhat real combos. I mean, kinda. So at least he has pretty decent combos in the corner in this variation, and he can get some pretty creative anti-air combos with this, so that's pretty good. I mean, the command grab's a decent ender, but at least this causes like a juggle state, so that's pretty good. And then his next special move is actually really amazing. That's this parry. So this parry, it parries all high attacks, mid attacks, and all projectiles. He can hold it for a very long time. He can cancel whenever he feels like it. It doesn't cost any meter to cancel. He can just do a quick cancel, go for a grab. So it's actually pretty decent because it is a real mix-up as a cancel. Because if he decides to hold it and he try to react to the cancel and he decides to hold the parry, then you hit him and then he parries you. And this parry is pretty good too. So if you try to wake up, it gets a crushing blow if he parries your wake up. Now he really needs this because his buttons are complete garbage like I went over. So since his buttons are trash, he needs to use this parry strategically in order to win in neutral. Because I was playing my buddy who was playing Fujin, I really couldn't do nothing with this character. I mean, I was playing this variation, I was like just kind of shooting my projectiles, so I was winning far away. But once we got close, there was nothing really I can do. I had to look at his tendencies and try to parry him. And I'm just going to show you real quick, I'm going to record. Like, the parry actually does like pretty good damage if you enhance it. You see, that's 160 for an enhance, so that's actually pretty decent. It does significant damage, so it is worth doing. Alright, then his next move here is his flamethrower. I mean, it's alright. I mean, it's really unsafe on block, but you know, on hit, it's actually pretty decent. Plus 15, you enhance it, and then it's like plus 17. So it's a good restand, but unfortunately, it's not good enough to like make his string safe. See, minus 19. I think it's a little bit less minus if you enhance it. Yeah, minus 16. So again, it's only good as a hit confirmable combo ender just to get a little bit of a restand. Not that great. Like if you get it off a juggle, it's not like a restand like that, unfortunately. I mean, that'd be pretty cool if it was, but it's not. Then his last one again is his shoulder cannon, which he has in all his variations, but this one, the enhanced version, it leads like a explosive thing there, which you can still get a combo off of. It's not as good as the electricity in my opinion, but you can still get a little bit of a combo. It kind of just more complements his zoning in this variation, which is decent. So this variation's alright, it's not really a big deal. It's more of the zoning type if you like to keep away. Because again, up close you really can't do much. You have to really utilize his parry in order to do anything in neutral, to be honest. But let's move to his third variation, which I actually think might be good. Alright, so for his third variation, I think this is his best one. Has the most potential from what I can see. So he has a straight projectile. Now it's not as good as the mid projectile that he ducks, but it's better than the other crap where he either walks forward and shoots or walks back and shoot. He actually has a legitimate projectile. He can enhance it, get some shots, so at least he can kinda zone back with you, so it's decent, it's average. He still has his anti-air high shot air combo starter thing, so he still gets access to the better damage. I mean, not a lot of damage, but at least he has better damage. And what's nice in this variation, he keeps this move. So he keeps an awesome projectile here. He keeps this good projectile. So anyway, he still has his riot shield, which is amazing, something he needs in neutral. Now he has this armor break move, this air riot shield thingy. Now let me just see what the crushing blow is besides armor break. If it counters or punishes a grounded opponent from maximum range. Okay, that's pretty much never gonna happen. So it more works to break armor. Now it's not all that useful. I mean, if you do something like this, you can combo like that. But if you get like a down 2 crushing blow, you're not gonna be able to jump up fast enough to do it. You do a juggle off this, you can't really get it fast enough. I mean, it's something, at least he has it from some situations, but as an armor break, it's not that good. Maybe it's good like to close the gap, or like if you're fighting Sindel that has a low projectile, you can like jump over it and punish it like that. So it has some uses for it, but it's kind of whatever. Now this move is kind of stupid. Electric shield. Now it costs offensive and defensive bar, but look what this does. The opponent takes damage as they hit you. So, you know, let me just show you. Let me have the record of the opponent. Do something like that. Check it out. Look at that. They just took some damage. They take 10% damage, not 10%, 10 damage from every single hit. That's kind of dumb, honestly. So basically the opponent's about to die, and make sure they don't have like a fatal blow or something, because if they hit you with fatal blow, that bypasses it. But like, let's say they're about to die, they use their fatal blow. You just do this in their face, and you have like, let's say, half your health left. You're like, alright buddy, just hit me, I won. It's kind of like Sindel's orbs in a third variation. If you get below 50 health, you're pretty much screwed. You're gonna die no matter what you do, and you have to hold that. Now I think this move is kind of dumb, to be honest, because like there's really no counter to it. You can't even be hit. At least Sindel can be hit if you just like space yourself properly. But whatever, he's got that move. And the last one, this one's pretty good. Now this is like a variation to the grenades. So he gets like a trap, which is actually really good. It actually controls neutral. It makes you scared to stand in certain areas. Then you can do an enhanced version that if you stay in the same spot for too long, this actually gets you in a full combo. And there's a bunch of unblockable damage anyway. So it's actually a really good move, really good trap setup. I'm sure people are going to find some cool traps with this in the corner or whatever for like guaranteed unblockable damage. So that's really freaking good. And just to show you, even if you're holding block, this crap will combo you. So you cannot stand there for too long. You have to escape. And just that forcing you to move can get you in easy guaranteed combo situations if you're not careful. So that's why I think this variation of RoboCop actually has potential to be good. Because if you think about it, the first variation I showed you, there's really no use for it. It's pretty crap. It's kind of like Spawn's variation 1. It's pointless. His variation 2 definitely suits zoners. He has some zoning potential. But at the highest level of gameplay, people are really good at getting around zoning. They have a wave dash movement. They know how to flawless walk all your projectiles. So zoning's really not going to get you anywhere. And then when he gets up close, all he has is his parry and stuff. Which, then again, he has that in this variation. So this variation, he has his parry, he has this for trap setups. He still has decent zoning with his upper projectile. This projectile controls space with this. He has traps with the grenade too. So this variation actually has the potential to be really good in my opinion. So that's pretty much it on RoboCop. If you're going to play this character, I would say use a second or third variation, just depending on your playstyle. Anyway guys, that's about it for the video today. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you guys next time.